Lindsay here with the Sweet Pea Chef, and like I've said before, one of my biggest weight loss tips is to incorporate more smoothies into your diet. And when I say smoothie, I don't mean a highly processed, prepackaged fruit juice cleanse made of like 20 different fruits, and I don't mean a prepackaged weight loss smoothie. What I do mean is a nutrient-dense smoothie that contains protein, healthy fats, carbs, and fiber that you can use as a really great starting point to get back on track with your healthy lifestyle. So today I'm going to share with you 5 super easy, high protein fruit smoothie recipes that you can use that all of them each only have 5 ingredients or less, and they are all so good. So let's get started. So this one has all of the flavors and the good feels of a PB&J sandwich, and it's so easy to make. So in a blender, just add in your milk of choice. I use unsweetened almond milk, followed by half of a cup of frozen strawberries, a tablespoon of peanut butter, and a scoop of vanilla protein powder. Then blend it on up and you're good to go with your PB&J smoothie. So I mentioned protein powder. You might be wondering what type of protein powder you should be using. And that is a very common question because not all protein powders by any means are created equal. A lot of them have a ton of added ingredients, they're super highly processed, and they're not good for you. Is protein powder 100% clean? No. Protein powder is basically taking protein from real foods and then turning it into a powder. So it's clearly refined a little bit. So try to look for protein powders that contain very minimal ingredients. You're just gonna want the protein, maybe an added flavor, and if you have to have an added sweetener in there, some coconut sugar is a good option as well. My personal favorite is Naked Nutrition. They're not paying me to say this, they just have a really good product. They have very minimal ingredients, and the added sweetener is coconut sugar, which if you've seen my added sweeteners videos and my how to quit sugar video, you know that coconut sugar is a good option. If you're non-dairy, they also offer an egg protein, a pea protein. They have the whole gambit of protein powders, so Naked Nutrition is a really good one to go with. But personally, I feel like the health benefits you get out of a protein powder, assuming it's a minimally processed one, is greater than the damage that you get from having a processed food that's not 100% clean. So that's my feeling on protein powder. You're welcome to make your own decisions. If you didn't want to add any protein powder, you could always use more whole foods like flax seeds, chia seeds, nut butters, or some cottage cheese or some Greek yogurt. All of those will add in extra protein. It won't be quite as much protein, but it will add protein for you. This next smoothie is so simple, it's kind of cheater. It only requires 3 ingredients and it's so easy, it's deceptively easy and so good. Dustin and I used to order this at our gym all the time, and then I got so tired of spending over like $8 for how simple this was that I decided to start making it at home. All you have to do is add in your milk of choice, followed by some frozen blueberries and a scoop of protein powder, and blend. And it's so easy. It's nice because it's low in fat, so if you're looking for just some protein and a little bit of flavor and texture, this is the perfect smoothie for you. But if you wanted to add in some fat into this one and make it more of a meal, you could always add in some nut butters or some full-fat Greek yogurt or full-fat cottage cheese, and that'll just make it a little bit more substantial because as it is, it's a pretty low-calorie shake. So I think it's pretty hard to go wrong with a little bit of chocolate and a little bit of coffee in your protein smoothie. I love adding in a little bit of freeze-dried coffee or espresso into my fruit smoothies because it not only adds in that extra flavor, it also adds in a little bit of caffeine as well, which makes your protein smoothie even better. So to make this coffee and chocolate smoothie, add your milk of choice into your blender, followed by a frozen banana, a tablespoon of freeze-dried coffee, some dark cocoa powder, and a scoop of vanilla protein powder, and then blend. Also, I like using my 1-quart glass mason jars for enjoying my smoothies, and I use a silicone straw for drinking it out of there. There's something about drinking up a smoothie with a straw that just makes it take a little bit longer, feels more like a meal, and it looks so pretty too. But you can use any type of container you want, and you can even use these mason jars and then freeze them and have these all made ahead of time too. So mason jars are really cool for smoothies. Also, if you've never bought freeze-dried coffee before, it's right next to all of the instant coffees, which you could also use in this recipe. And there's also instant espresso powder as well, and those are great. But you can always use strongly brewed fresh coffee as well. Just make sure it's cooled so it doesn't melt everything. Adding greens to your protein smoothies is a really great way to add in more leafy green veggies into your diet, and you don't really taste it. So if you're not a fan of like spinach or kale, adding them into your smoothies, they get blended up and they kind of get lost in all the flavors, which is why I love this green machine smoothie. So add in your milk of choice into your blender, followed by a frozen banana, some baby spinach that's been packed. This is gonna be raw spinach, a little bit of natural peanut butter, and some protein powder, and then blend. When you're using frozen bananas, try to freeze ones that are very ripe already, because that's gonna be the sweetest banana possible, which is gonna naturally sweeten your smoothies. So especially when you're adding in leafy greens into your smoothies, you're gonna really wanna make sure that you have a nice ripe banana. But if you don't have a ripe banana and all you have are unripe bananas, and those are the only things that you could freeze, I know because I've been there before, you can always add in a little bit of raw honey or pure maple syrup to sweeten it a little bit. I also don't like using ice in my smoothies. I like using frozen fruits instead, because that gives you a lot of that texture anyway. It's not adding any added water, which isn't gonna water it down at all, and it's just super easy. And so I pre-freeze all of my fruits and vegetables that I'm gonna be using, and I use a silicone bag, and I just get it all ready ahead of time, and that way I can just grab it and go, and it's super easy. All right, I'm telling you, this protein smoothie tastes exactly like a vanilla cupcake. It's so dang good, and you're just gonna be feeling like you're killing it with your healthy lifestyle. So to make it, just add in your milk of choice. Again, I use unsweetened almond milk, but any unsweetened milk will do. Followed by some frozen mango, some frozen pineapple, and a scoop of vanilla protein powder. This is so much fun, and it's so easy to make, and then just blend that on up. I'll also leave a link for the blender that I'm using in this video, because it is amazing. It's a Vitamix, and it makes your protein smoothies a breeze in the morning. So definitely, if you're looking for a blender, check this one out. All right, so now that you have your 5 healthy, high protein smoothies, check out my 30 weight loss tips that actually work to help keep you on the right track for your weight loss journey. And I'll see you in the next video.